Stop. Before you lose your temper again today, listen to this. Imagine being able to stay calm and unshaken, even when the world around you feels like it's falling apart. A heated argument, a toxic coworker, an unexpected problem while everyone else panics, you remain the eye of the storm. That's not weakness, that's ultimate strength. The Stoics knew this secret 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, ruling through wars and plagues, wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Epictetus, born a slave, proved that chains cannot bind the mind. Now here's the truth. Your current reactions are silently destroying your peace, your relationships, and your respect for yourself. Every time you explode, you hand your power away. But that ends today. In this video, we'll explore 9 Stoic habits, battle-tested disciplines that will make you emotionally bulletproof. No more sleepless nights replaying arguments. No more regret after saying things you didn't mean. Just calm confidence, unshakable focus, and inner strength that no chaos can break. And here's the best part. These aren't abstract theories. They're practical techniques you can use in your very next conversation, your next challenge, your next storm. The first habit alone can save your marriage. The 5th habit will change the way your boss sees you. And the 9th? It's so powerful the Romans considered it a state secret. So, if you're ready to stop being controlled by your emotions and start mastering them instead, smash that like button, share this with someone who struggles with anger, and subscribe to join a community built on resilience and self-mastery. Because true power is not found in controlling the world. It's found in mastering yourself. Habit 1. Pause before you react. Stop for a second. Right now, think about the last time someone made you angry. That sudden flare of irritation. The kind that makes your heart race, your hands tighten, and your mouth feel like it's about to explode with words you'll later regret. Feels familiar, doesn't it? What if I told you that moment, that split second of fury, is your power slipping away? The truth is, most people give their power to others without even realizing it. A rude comment, a criticism, a betrayal, instant reaction. Boom, words fly, tempers flare, relationships fracture, respect fades, and later you replay it in your mind, wishing you had a pause button. That pause, right there, is the secret the Stoics mastered 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, emperor in the midst of war, plague, and political chaos, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That pause is the gap between what happens to you and how you respond. In that gap, you hold the ultimate weapon: choice. Imagine this in real life. You're sitting in a meeting. Your colleague publicly undermines you. Heat rises in your chest. Your brain screams, "Retaliate! Defend yourself!" Most people explode. But you pause. One slow breath, one count, that fraction of a second gives you control. You respond with precision, calm, and authority. The room shifts. People notice. Respect replaces tension. You've just transformed a potential disaster into a demonstration of mastery. Epictetus, who spent his early life as a slave, understood this better than anyone. He couldn't control his chains or the cruelty of others, but he could control his reaction. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction can either enslave you or free you. Every time you react without thought, you give away your freedom. Every time you pause, you reclaim it. Here's how to make it practical. Start small. The next time someone triggers you, don't speak immediately. Count to 3. Take a deep, conscious breath. Feel the impulse, but don't act on it yet. In that small moment, you regain clarity. You see the situation as it is. not as your anger tells you it is. You choose your response instead of reacting blindly. This isn't just philosophy. Modern science proves it too. Cognitive behavioral therapy calls it response flexibility. The more space you create between stimulus and reaction, the more control you gain over your emotions. You are literally rewiring your brain for calm, precision, and emotional resilience. Think of it this way. Everyone can lash out. But it takes real strength to stay calm when insulted, to speak wisely when provoked, to act deliberately when chaos surrounds you. That's the mark of someone who has mastered themselves. That's the Stoic path. And here's the kicker. The pause isn't just for big moments. Every day, in traffic, in emails, in casual conversations, the pause builds your muscle of self-control. Over time, it becomes instinctive. People notice. You become the calm center in storms, the voice of reason when everyone else panics, the one whose presence alone commands respect. So, pause before you react. Let that single habit become your shield, your weapon, and your signature of strength. Because the world doesn't respect those who react to every insult. It respects those who master themselves. And mastery starts right here, with a pause. Habit 2. Control your inner dialogue. Stop for a moment and listen to the voice inside your head. Yes, that constant chatter. The critic, the doubter, the one that whispers, "You're not enough. You can't handle this. Why even try?" That voice runs your life more than anyone else. It shapes your mood, your decisions, your relationships, and even your future. Most people don't even notice it. They react to the world as their inner dialogue dictates. But here's the secret the Stoics mastered. You can control it. Imagine this. You just received a harsh email from your boss. Your first thought is, "They hate me. I'll never succeed here." Anger and anxiety flood your system. You feel cornered, frustrated, powerless. That's your inner dialogue controlling you. But pause. Take a breath. Question it. What if your boss's tone isn't personal? What if this is just feedback? By reframing the narrative in your mind, you change the story. And suddenly, your emotional response transforms too. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind. Never forget that." He didn't live in a perfect world. Wars, plagues, and betrayals surrounded him. Yet, he disciplined his mind to see reality clearly, to separate facts from judgment, to silence destructive self-talk. Epictetus, once a slave, understood that even when chains bound his body, his mind could remain free. That same freedom is yours if you master your inner dialogue. So how do you do it? Start by noticing. Catch the thoughts that automatically appear when life throws a challenge at you. Don't judge them. Just observe. Then ask yourself, is this true? Is it helpful? Does it serve me? Many thoughts we have are automatic, habitual, and destructive. They keep us small, anxious, and reactive. By questioning them, you break the chain of automatic suffering. Next, replace the harmful thoughts with empowering ones. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing a perspective that gives you control instead of fear. When someone insults you, your mind might scream, "They're against me." Instead, reframe. This is an opportunity to respond calmly, with integrity. You haven't changed the situation, but you've changed your experience of it. And that's true power. Think about it. A mind controlled by destructive self-talk is like a wild horse. It tosses you around, and every action is chaotic. A mind you've trained, disciplined, and guided. That's a stallion you ride with precision. You're calm, confident, and in control, even when storms rage around you. That's the Stoic advantage. Your inner world dictates your outer peace. This practice isn't abstract. Every morning, take 5 minutes to listen to your thoughts. Journal them, challenge them, reframe them. Over time, your default inner dialogue becomes supportive, rational, and resilient. You'll notice stress dissolving faster, conflicts handled with calm, and decisions made with clarity rather than fear. And here's the beauty. Once your inner dialogue is disciplined, all other habits of Stoicism, patience, resilience, clarity, become easier. You'll pause before reacting, habit 1, because your mind isn't hijacked by negative thoughts. You'll face challenges with equanimity, knowing that your internal state isn't at the mercy of external chaos. Control your inner dialogue. Train your mind to question, reframe, and guide itself. Because when your inner world is calm and disciplined, your outer world begins to follow. Master your thoughts, and you master your life. Habit 3. Practice negative visualization. Imagine for a moment that everything you take for granted, your job, your health, your loved ones, even your morning coffee, was suddenly gone. Just like that, a thought so simple, yet most people avoid it because it's uncomfortable. But here's the Stoic secret. Facing what we fear in the mind makes us unshakable in reality. The practice is called negative visualization, or premeditation malform in Latin. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca both wrote about it. They didn't dwell in pessimism. They trained their minds to anticipate challenges so that when adversity struck, their hearts stayed calm. Marcus would imagine the worst possible outcome before a battle or political crisis. Seneca would remind himself of the impermanence of life daily. This wasn't morbid. It was preparation, emotional armor, a method to cultivate gratitude and resilience simultaneously. Picture your life today. A sudden project fails at work. A loved one says something hurtful. Your bank account dips unexpectedly. Most people panic, curse their luck, or spiral into anxiety. But what if you had rehearsed the possibility in your mind? What if your inner dialogue had already walked through the storm step by step? That fear loses its power. The chaos remains, but your peace doesn't. You become the eye of the storm. Here's how to practice it. Daily reflection. Take 5 minutes each morning. Imagine small, realistic setbacks. Your phone dies, traffic delays. Someone disagrees with you. Let yourself feel the discomfort briefly. Then imagine handling it calmly. You're not inviting negativity. You're training your mind to stay steady. Deep appreciation. After imagining loss, reflect on what you currently have. Your family, your home, your health, your freedom. Gratitude emerges naturally. You start to realize how much you already possess that can never be taken for granted. Emotional resilience. When real setbacks happen, your mind says, "I've pictured this before, and I can handle it." You're not numb or detached. You're prepared. Anxiety has nowhere to grip you because your inner world has already rehearsed the outcome. Consider this scenario. A heated argument erupts at work. Someone criticizes you unfairly. The first wave of anger and fear hits. But then your mind recalls the negative visualization you practiced. I've imagined criticism, rejection, and conflict. I can remain calm. I can respond thoughtfully. Instantly, you pause, breathe, and choose your reaction. You've just turned a potential meltdown into a moment of power. The beauty of this habit is twofold. It increases gratitude and decreases fear. Gratitude for what you already have, and freedom from fear of what might be lost. Life doesn't change. You do. And when life inevitably presents hardship, you meet it with grace, clarity, and courage. This habit is subtle but profound. Train it daily. Visualize loss. Face fear. Feel discomfort. Then release it. The more you practice, the less life surprises you with emotional turbulence. You won't need to avoid challenges. They won't shake you. Practice negative visualization, Imagine loss, anticipate challenges, cultivate gratitude. Build resilience in your mind so that when chaos hits, your inner calm remains untouchable. Because the world may be unpredictable, but your reaction? That is entirely under your control. Habit 4. Focus on what you can control. Stop. Take a moment and ask yourself, how much of your stress today comes from things you cannot change? Traffic jams, other people's moods, market crashes, someone else's opinion. Most of us waste enormous energy trying to control what's beyond our reach. And every time we fail, which is inevitable, we feel powerless, frustrated, even angry. But the Stoics discovered a secret centuries ago. True freedom comes from focusing only on what you can control. Epictetus, born a slave, knew this better than anyone. He could not control his chains, his masters, or the society he lived in, but he could control his mind, his choices, his reactions, and in mastering these, he became free. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, ruled vast lands, yet wrote countless notes reminding himself that the only thing truly his was his own reasoned mind. When you internalize this principle, life's chaos loses its ability to shake you. Picture a real situation. A co-worker criticizes your project unfairly. Your first instinct might be defensiveness, anger, or over-explaining. But pause. Ask yourself, can I control their words? Number. Can I control my reaction? Absolutely. That moment becomes your turning point. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, your tone, your calm, you reclaim power instantly. Here's how to practice it. Make a control list. Start your day by writing down what you can control: your effort, your response, your choices, your mindset. Everything else goes in the outside my control column. Every time stress hits, check your list. This mental exercise shifts your energy from wasted worry to productive action. Pause before reacting. When someone provokes you, breathe. Ask, is this within my control? If yes, act wisely. If no, let it go. This pause is the Stoic shield against unnecessary emotional turmoil. Accept what is. Life will always include unpredictability, setbacks, and unfairness. Focus your energy on what you can influence. Write your report better. Speak kindly. Train your mind. Your freedom lies not in controlling outcomes, but in controlling yourself. Consider this scenario. A sudden problem at work derails your plans. Your instinct may scream panic, blame, frustration. But using this habit, you pause. You analyze. What can I do right now? What steps are within my control? What part is someone else's responsibility? By acting only where you have influence, you become productive, calm, and powerful. The Stoics didn't ignore problems. They faced them squarely. But they refused to waste energy on what was outside their reach. They reserved their strength for their own reasoned choices. And this is exactly why they remained unshakable in chaos. The transformation is subtle, yet profound. Life doesn't get easier. The world doesn't suddenly become predictable, but your mind becomes a fortress. You stop reacting to every curveball. You stop giving away your power. You respond thoughtfully, with clarity and control. Focus on what you can control. Identify your sphere of influence, accept what's outside it, and channel your energy into choices you can make. Reclaim your calm, your strength, your freedom. Because real power doesn't lie in changing the world. It lies in mastering yourself. Habit 5. Practice mindful breathing and presence. Stop. Right now, take a deep breath. Just one. Inhale slowly. Exhale fully. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tension in your jaw ease. Did you notice that? That simple act, as easy as it seems, can change everything. Most people live their entire lives on autopilot, rushing, reacting, stressed, completely disconnected from the present moment. But the Stoics knew that mastery over yourself begins with mastery over the moment you are in. Marcus Aurelius, writing in the chaos of war and plague, reminded himself repeatedly, confine yourself to the present. Epictetus taught that only in the present can we exercise our reason, our judgment, our choices. The past is gone, the future is uncertain. Your only real power is right now. And the simplest way to access that power is through mindful breathing and presence. Imagine this. You're in a heated meeting. Voices are rising. Your heart pounds. You feel that familiar surge of panic and irritation. Most people explode, say things they regret, or shut down entirely. But you, using this habit, pause. You focus on your breath. One slow inhale, one calm exhale, and suddenly you are anchored. You're not trapped in their anger, the looming deadline, or the chaos around you. You're in control, you're present, and from this space, you respond, not react. Here's how to practice this habit daily. Morning anchor. Start your day with 2 to 5 minutes of mindful breathing. Sit quietly. Focus on your breath. Notice each inhale and exhale. This sets the tone for your day, training your mind to remain grounded even when chaos erupts. Micro-pause technique. Throughout your day, when tension rises, take a single deep breath. Feel it anchor you to the present. This micro-pause interrupts automatic reactions and gives you space to respond wisely instead of impulsively. Body awareness. Check. Mindful presence isn't just about the breath. Notice your posture, your tension points, your heartbeat. Awareness of your body brings awareness to your mind. Stress often resides physically first. Releasing it physically calms your emotions instantly. Engage fully. Whether talking to a colleague, listening to a friend, or handling a problem, be fully present. Stop multitasking. Stop planning your rebuttal. Listen, observe, act with intention. The Stoics called this living according to nature, aligning your attention with what is, not what distracts you. Think about the ripple effect. A calm, present you changes the energy in the room. Your words land clearly. People listen. Decisions are made with clarity, not chaos. You become the eye of the storm, the one everyone subconsciously looks to when emotions flare. This is not magic. It's a disciplined practice cultivated through mindful presence. Over time, this habit rewires your response system. Stress no longer hijacks your mind. Anger no longer dictates your actions. Anxiety loses its grip. You respond with reason, with patience, with power. The Stoics didn't claim that life would be easy, but they knew that a calm, present mind is unshakable. No matter the storm, practice mindful breathing and presence. Anchor yourself in the now. Observe your breath. Notice your body. Engage fully with the moment. Every inhale and exhale is a step toward mastery over yourself. And the more you practice, the less the world around you can disrupt your peace. Because true strength isn't about controlling what happens. It's about being unshakable within what happens. Habit 6. Train yourself to respond, not react. Imagine this. Someone snaps at you, an insult, a cutting remark. Most people react instantly. Anger flares, words are thrown, regret follows. But what if, in that exact moment, you could pause, assess, and respond with calm clarity instead of instinctive reaction? That is the essence of this Stoic habit. Training yourself to respond, not react. The difference may seem subtle, but it is life-changing. A reaction is automatic. It's driven by emotion, by the surge of adrenaline, by habit. A response is conscious, deliberate, and grounded in reason. The Stoics understood that every moment of life presents this choice. Epictetus, born a slave yet unbound in mind, Live this truth daily. Marcus Aurelius, emperor amidst wars and plagues, reminded himself that people's actions are not inherently harmful. It's our judgment of them that causes suffering. Here's a scenario. You're in traffic. Another driver cuts you off. Your first instinct? Anger, honking a sharp word. That's reaction. But if you train yourself to respond, you pause. You inhale, acknowledge the frustration, and choose your action. Maybe you let it go. Maybe you maintain your speed and continue safely. You've preserved your peace. You've maintained control. Your power remains intact. So, how do you develop this skill? Awareness of the trigger. Begin by noticing what situations trigger immediate reactions. Is it criticism? Being ignored? A stressful deadline? Awareness is the first step in breaking the automatic reaction loop. Pause. Technique. Every time you feel the surge of instinctive reaction, pause. Count to 3. Take a deep breath or mentally repeat, I choose my response. This tiny pause gives your rational mind a chance to override the impulsive emotional mind. Reframe the situation. Ask yourself, is this truly a threat to my peace? Or is it simply a challenge I can meet with calm and reason? Stoics called this cognitive reframing. By changing your perception, you change your reaction before it even occurs. Practice journalism. Reflect on moments you reacted poorly. Write down what happened, how you reacted, and how you could have responded differently. This mental rehearsal strengthens the habit of thoughtful response. Use your body to anchor your mind. Physical cues reinforce mental control. Stand tall, relax your shoulders, or press your feet firmly into the ground. Your body mirrors your mind. Calming it helps your mind respond rationally rather than react impulsively. Over time, responding instead of reacting becomes second nature. Arguments lose their intensity. Stressful meetings don't consume you. Daily irritations no longer dictate your emotions. You gain mastery over your inner world, and suddenly, external chaos has far less power. This habit doesn't just prevent mistakes or regrets, it transforms relationships. People notice your calm, thoughtful responses. They respect you. They seek your guidance. You influence the world, not through force or emotion, but through composed clarity. Here's the truth. Life will always throw unexpected challenges at you. Someone will criticize you unfairly. A deadline will be impossible. Chaos will erupt around you. But with this habit, your inner fortress remains unbroken. You don't let others steal your calm. You don't allow situations to hijack your mind. You respond thoughtfully, and in doing so, you demonstrate ultimate strength. So train yourself to respond, not react. Pause, breathe, reframe, and choose your action deliberately. The more you practice, the more unshakable you become, and the more you live life as a master of yourself rather than a slave to circumstance. Because true freedom, as the Stoics taught, is not avoiding chaos. It's being unshakable within it. Habit 7. Embrace voluntary discomfort. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and voluntarily skip your morning coffee. You take a cold shower instead of a warm one. You walk instead of taking your usual ride. Most people recoil at the idea of discomfort, but what if I told you that deliberately facing small challenges could make you stronger, calmer, and nearly unshakable in life? This is habit 7. Embrace voluntary discomfort. The Stoics mastered this principle thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that luxury and ease dull the mind, and that voluntary hardship trains the soul. Epictetus, once a slave, understood that external comfort is fleeting, but inner strength lasts forever. By choosing discomfort voluntarily, you build resilience for the unavoidable hardships life throws at you. Here's the truth. Life is inherently uncomfortable. Deadlines, arguments, illness, betrayal, these aren't optional. They're inevitable. But by practicing voluntary discomfort, you create a mental armor that makes life's storms less threatening. When you've already chosen small challenges, you're no longer surprised or overwhelmed by bigger ones. So, how can you practice this Stoic habit today? Cold showers. Begin with a simple cold shower each morning. It shocks your system, builds discipline, and reminds you that discomfort is temporary, but mastery over your reaction is permanent. Skip comforts. Occasionally skip meals, your favorite drink, or even a few hours of entertainment. By experiencing mild deprivation, you strengthen self-control and reduce dependency on external comforts. Physical training. Push your body beyond its comfort zone. Run further, lift heavier, hold a plank longer. Physical challenges mirror mental challenges. Enduring them trains patience, perseverance, and resilience. Face social discomfort. Speak up in a meeting even if it scares you. Approach someone you normally avoid, or handle a difficult conversation instead of running away. Social discomfort, when faced consciously, builds courage and emotional strength. Mental reflection. Journalism about moments when you chose comfort over growth can highlight opportunities to embrace discomfort next time. Reflection transforms random challenges into deliberate lessons. When you practice voluntary discomfort, you reframe life's inevitable hardships. A sudden argument or unexpected loss no longer throws you off balance. Your mind is trained to endure, adapt, and respond with calm. You learn that suffering is not to be feared. It's a tool for growth. This habit also changes your perception of luxury and ease. You become grateful for what you have without becoming dependent on it. Life's pleasures enhance rather than control your happiness. You no longer need external conditions to dictate your mood. Here's a powerful insight. Stoic discomfort is never about self-punishment. It's about preparation. Like a warrior sharpening his sword before battle, you sharpen your mind and spirit before life tests you. By willingly enduring small hardships, you prepare for larger ones. You become emotionally bulletproof. Seek discomfort to gain mastery over yourself. Take cold showers, skip luxuries, face difficult conversations, challenge your body, push your mind. The more you practice, the less fear, anger, and impatience can control you. Because the Stoics knew a profound truth: comfort is fleeting, but strength is enduring. When you embrace voluntary discomfort, you cultivate resilience that no storm, criticism, or unexpected challenge can shake. You learn to walk through life with unshakable calm, unwavering focus, and true inner power. Discomfort, chosen wisely, is not punishment. It is the pathway to freedom. Habit 8. Practice daily reflection. Stop. Imagine ending your day not with frustration or regret, but with clarity, purpose, and inner calm. You sit quietly, reviewing every moment, the decisions you made, the words you spoke, the emotions you felt. You notice where you acted wisely, where you let anger or fear take control, and where you could have chosen differently. Practice daily reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic mastery. The Stoics knew the power of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, spent each evening journalising his thoughts, reviewing his actions, and analyzing his responses. Epictetus advised his students to examine every day carefully, asking, "Where did I fail? Where did I succeed? How can I improve tomorrow?" Reflection wasn't just intellectual exercise. It was a training ground for emotional resilience and moral strength. Here's the truth. Most people drift through life on autopilot. They react impulsively, get swept up in emotions, and repeat the same mistakes over and over. But reflection stops this cycle. By examining your day with honesty, you gain control over your mind and your reactions. You don't simply experience life, you understand it, master it, and learn from it. How can you practice this Stoic habit today? Evening journalism. Dedicate 10 to 15 minutes each night to write down your thoughts. Record moments where you reacted poorly, moments where you acted wisely, and any lessons you can carry forward. This simple practice strengthens self-awareness and accountability. Ask key questions. Reflect on 3 questions daily. Or what did I do well today? Or where did I fail to act with virtue or calm? Or how can I improve tomorrow? These questions shift your focus from blame to growth, turning every experience into a learning opportunity. Analyze emotions. Identify when emotions, anger, fear, jealousy, controlled your actions. Ask yourself why you reacted that way and how you could respond differently next time. Awareness of emotional triggers is the first step to mastery. Visualize improvement. Use reflection to visualize how you will handle similar situations in the future. Imagine responding with patience, courage, or calm confidence. This mental rehearsal strengthens your ability to act consciously under pressure. Celebrate progress. Reflection is not only about mistakes. Acknowledge moments of strength, kindness, and self-control. Celebrating these successes reinforces positive habits and builds confidence. When practiced consistently, daily reflection transforms your mind. You become less reactive and more deliberate. Conflicts, stress, and challenges no longer dominate your emotions. They become opportunities to practice virtue and wisdom. Reflection teaches you that every day is a chance to grow, and every mistake is a lesson, not a failure. Here's a profound insight. Reflection builds emotional immunity. By reviewing your reactions, you detach from the immediate emotional storm and see life more clearly. You stop being a passive participant and start being a deliberate, conscious actor in your own life. By examining your actions against your values, you align your life with what truly matters. You stop compromising integrity for convenience, and you act with purpose, even in small decisions. Remember, the Stoics didn't reflect to feel superior or to judge themselves harshly. They reflected to master themselves, to understand their weaknesses, refine their strengths, and face each new day with composure, clarity, and courage. Daily reflection is a habit that multiplies your inner strength, sharpens your mind, and cultivates resilience. It is the mirror of the soul, showing you exactly who you are and guiding you toward who you are capable of becoming. So end each day with reflection. Write, ask, analyze, visualize, celebrate, and watch as you gradually transform into someone unshakable, deliberate, and wise. Because true mastery doesn't come from avoiding mistakes. It comes from learning from every single one, day after day. Reflection turns experience into wisdom, and wisdom is the true power of a Stoic. Habit 9. Remember, memento mori, you will die. Stop. Pause for a moment and imagine this. Everything you have, your job, your relationships, your comfort, could end tomorrow. The Stoics called this practice memento mori. Remember, you will die. It's not meant to scare you, it's meant to awaken you. Marcus Aurelius, standing as emperor during wars and plagues, constantly reminded himself of mortality. He understood that life is fleeting and our power lies in how we use each moment. Epictetus, once a slave, lived each day aware that his time was limited, which made him fearless, deliberate, and focused on what truly mattered. Most people live as if they are immortal. They procrastinate, complain, hold grudges, and waste energy on trivialities. Every wasted moment is a moment lost forever. But when you practice memento mori, your perspective shifts. Fear of death is replaced by clarity, urgency, and purpose. You stop sweating the small stuff and focus on meaningful action. Here's how to practice this Stoic habit today. Daily reminder of mortality. Each morning, take a moment to remember. Today is a gift, and one day it will end. This isn't morbid, it's empowering. It helps you prioritize what truly matters. Reflect on values. Ask yourself, am I living in line with my principles? Am I investing time in what I can control, in people I care about, in meaningful work? Mortality clarifies priorities. Detach from trivial anger. When someone insults you, delays annoy you, or life seems unfair, remember, in the grand scheme, these are fleeting. Your reaction is yours to choose. Use your energy wisely. Take bold action. Memento Miro encourages courage. Speak your truth, mend broken relationships, chase goals, and confront fears. Knowing time is finite pushes you to act, not wait. Appreciate life. Every sunrise, every laugh, every challenge is precious. By remembering death, you heighten gratitude for life itself. Here's the hidden power. People who ignore mortality waste energy, complain endlessly, and react impulsively. Those who embrace memento mori live intentionally. They act with focus, kindness, and courage. Life's uncertainty becomes a tool for clarity and resilience. If you want to start living deliberately, smash that like button. Share this video with someone who needs a perspective shift. Comment below how you practice memento mori, and subscribe to join a community that values clarity, purpose, and inner strength. Remember, you will die, but that awareness gives you the power to truly live. Each moment is a chance to act, grow, and master yourself.